is up, everybody? Welcome back. Today I'm gonna be installing and talking about Mina Gallery's intake setup for the Jaguar F-Pace. Now this is just the filters with the heat shield. It's not the actual piping, which I will upgrade to later. But let me show you right now what it looks like. So we have here, this is the two cone filters, which will replace the boxes, two heat shields, the rings, along with some nuts and bolts, and the instructions. Also, let me state that there is a lot of back and forth between owners talking about, or experts or whatever, talking about the intake, that it reduces horsepower, increases horsepower, oh, there's no point of doing it because all this or that. But look, I just want the sound of the supercharger increased. That's about it. I don't care if I lose 10 horsepower. It's 380 horsepower to start with. I'm fine with losing 10-15 horsepower. I'm fine with gaining 10-15 horsepower as well. I've never had an issue prior with cone intake systems or so on, and never felt a reduction of power. So I don't have any issues with it. I don't see any issues with it. But let's get started. So these instructions from Mina Gallery say that it should take about 30 minutes, that both air boxes are held up by 2 bolts each. Just remove the bolts, add the heat shield and the filters, and that's it. Notice one thing with the F-Pace that's a little bit different. So there's a little tray here underneath this that's holding one of the holding a wire, and that's held up by 2 pinwheels or pinwheel screws or whatever. I believe you just pop these off, remove this tray underneath to be able to get to the bolt that's underneath it. That's what's holding the airbox, and that the instructions don't say anything about that. So the right side, or the driver's side actually, has that tray underneath that you got to remove before removing the bolts. So I ended up using a metal one instead. You got to do a lot of wiggling and pushing to get those pin screws or whatever off. Those are really annoying. And then you got to maneuver it around. This is what I'm talking about. This is a little tray here where the little wire or whatever sat inside, hovering it over the air box. Once you get that out, then you can get to the screw that's directly under here to take out the air box. So it turns out it might be easier for the driver's side air box to take it out in halves. So take off the top and then take off the bottom, because I'm trying to lift the whole box out like the instruction says, but you got to get the this air hose in there off somehow. I don't know how to reach around to get it off. It's complicated, so I think taking it off in halves will be easier. Yeah, that was easier than trying to get that whole box out on the right side, or the driver's side, sorry. This is half of it. There's 2 filters. And a seashell? What the? I found a seashell in the intake box. How the hell does that happen? That's crazy. And here's the other half, full of shit. Now I gotta take off this part of it. Pops out like that. Oops. Almost broke that. Almost broke that. Airflow that way. Time to install the heat shields. Alright guys, installation is done. That was a lot harder than what the instructions said. Only because I believe the instructions were geared towards maybe the Jag sedan or something. It's not specific to the F-Pace. It was a little bit different. The driver's side intake installation was way more difficult than the passenger side. The passenger side was fairly easy. Let me show you. Well, actually I was gonna record the whole process and do a time lapse, but I ended up losing 2 screws. That was a pain to try to find them. I didn't find them. Hopefully they found a good home and it don't disturb the rest of the engine bay, or they fell out somewhere. I looked for a bit. That was, you know, annoying to do, but it happens to everybody. I know I'm not the only one. Alright, here they are. The new cone filters with the heat shields. They look just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm so glad they sent me red. Red is what I wanted. I've seen in the some of the photos they were blue or green. I'm so happy I got red. I didn't even choose a color, they just happened to send red. Alright, so the difficulty in this is that, one, the instructions say that the intake boxes are just held up by 2 bolts, which is correct, but one, there's this tray under here that you gotta remove first that have the pinwheels. That's step 1. Then you can get to the bolt underneath. 2 is you can't really just remove the whole intake box. You need to do it in 2 pieces each. So you unscrew the original intake box. So it's like halves. You unscrew the original intake box, take off half of it. Then the other half you take off the filter, and then you're able to get to this little intake pipe here. You're able to unhook it from the inside, then wiggle the box out. You can't just take out the whole box. Another annoying step is, if you see that pipe right there, that pipe is what you need to unscrew, and this heat shield, the little L bar, sits under that pipe. So you loosen that up, lift that pipe up, wiggle it, lift it up. The L bar, whatever it's called, sits under there, and then you're able to sit this heat shield on correctly. After that, it becomes fairly easy. You put this piece back on, put it back on, tighten it, and attach the intake to it. It was being a little annoying on staying on there. It's kind of difficult to do that. And then this left side, or this passenger side, again, this side was way easier because the bolt down here there's a hole down there where you can put the heat shield over that hole and screw that little L bar into that. So it's like perfect placement. You don't need to loosen anything or anything. You'll see the hole directly there that you can put this heat shield and attach it to that. The little annoying part is like this battery box here, the intake was big. You kind of wiggle it to reach the screws of the intake. But yeah, if I ever had to do this again, it would be a lot easier than the first time. The instructions weren't like really clear, like for the F-Base. I had to reach out to Mina Gallery. They answered right away, which was awesome. He even FaceTimed me and guided me through it and told me what I needed to do on the driver's side. So it would have been helpful if that was included in the directions initially and or photos were sent. Right. First impressions with this Mina Gallery intake, well, the 2 cone filters. If I was giving a rating or of a sound level between these cone filters and the regular ones, having the stock air boxes was like at a 2 in supercharger whine, and this is like a solid 7. You really hear it when you press the gas a little hard, over 2,000 or 3,000 RPM. But when you're cruising, you don't hear anything, which is great. I didn't want it to be super loud because I didn't want to annoy my wife and toddler with it. But it's not loud. It's not too loud at all. You can barely notice it's there until, again, you press the gas hard. I noticed a little bit better throttle response, but it could just be in my head. Again, there's people who say it increases power or decreases power or so on. I could care less if it increases or decreases by 10-15 horsepower. Like, it's already at 380 horsepower. What am I gonna do, go to the grocery store a little bit faster? Like, it doesn't make a difference to me. My goal was just to hear this supercharger whine. That is it. Along, a plus is to make the engine bay look nice, and these red cone filters definitely make the engine bay look nice. My life story is sitting in traffic where I live, so it's really hard to get like proper videos, POV videos and so on. I'll go late at night, early in the morning, whatever, thinking it's gonna be no traffic, but boom, there's traffic, just like now. Jesus. The F-Pace to start with, this supercharger one, is quick as hell, and then now the supercharger whine, I don't know if it's a placebo, but it's making it feel even faster. Alright, that's it. After driving for a bit, I highly recommend this Mina Gallery intake, or at least the cones. There's that separate piping that you can get later on or at the same time, up to you. But Sounds super nice. Installation was a little bit of a headache. It's not exactly what the instructions say. If you happen to buy it and install it, you can contact me with questions. You can also call Mina Gallery. They'll answer the phone. They're really good at that. But that's it for now. There's a lot more videos coming out. As always, stay tuned. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and comment. And in the meantime, peace out.